Yeah, that should be seeing that ohm meter hanging on the side of an old beat up sticker covered Venture should probably mean to you what it means to me. We're on our way to another adventure. So we got the new back tire all mounted and stuff, got the beads in and everything, took her out for a ride yesterday. Oh man, I think they're gonna work. I think they're gonna work. Now, here's a not so good thing that happened on that ride yesterday. As little as it was, I noticed that my volt meter up here on the dash, check this out, went to that point right there. Can you see that in this camera? And stayed there. Matter of fact, when I hit the brake lever and the brake light come on, it even went way down. Like, uh-oh, Stator. That's what popped into my mind, of course. Stator. Stator. Stay that with me. Stator. Then I'm like, it could be voltage regulator stuff. So I went out back, grabbed the parts bike, pulled the stator, pulled the that thing right there, the regulator off of it. And got up here thinking, maybe I'll get fortunate this time and it'll just be a regulator. So when I clip my stator wires, this is what they look like. Okay, these wires right here, you see the ones that I've got in my hand? Okay, you notice how they got that cloth covering over the top of them? All right, those are the wires coming out of the stator. These white wires right here are these white wires on this regulator. Now, I didn't pull the regulator out of this because I found out that it was my stator, but you see those? They're just rubber, white rubber. Okay, those are the ones that lead down to our regulator. If you're working on a bike, your stator wires will probably have a terminal similar to this guy right here. See that white terminal right there? Yeah. It'll have a terminal like that, a snap together terminal. I just said something bad, didn't I? Us older, more mature, old Venture rider guys, first-gen Venture rider guys, will know by first-hand experience, especially if we've got any kind of high mileage at all on them. Those terminals don't last. They're for one thing, they mount them. Yamaha mounts them up on the frame, so they're sitting like that right there, and the water gets in them and contaminates the acid. So what we do is we end up, at least I did anyway, end up hardwiring them. And this bike happened to have been hardwired. See it had been soldered. You can see this right in here, probably see that, been soldered together. That terminal's long since gone. Okay, but anyway, the terminal with those three cloth covered, the end of the terminal with those three cloth covered wires in it coming out of it, white wires, cloth covered, are the stator wires. Okay, so in the process, of course, of hoping and checking and all that kind of stuff, finding out whether or not it was my regulator. First of all, I checked everything up on top, everything. I mean, I checked battery cables. I took my ohm meter sitting right here, put her on the whatchamacallits, on the feeds coming up to the battery, and put her on voltage, DC low voltage, like 20 volts. So is that what that's what I'm guessing here? Yeah, that little 20. See that little 20 on that DC voltage right there? I put her on there, put her across the battery, started her up, rubbed her up, and no change, no check. So I obviously knew something was up. Okay. Now, next step, that should have jumped $3 grand, 14.5 volts. I should have seen 14.5 volts up there. I didn't. I saw 12 volts, 12.4, when I hit the brake again, it dropped down to 11.8. So and this was all at $3,000, so I knew something is up. All right, so now tracing this thing back, even though I did just take a couple minutes, only the parts bike out back was fully exposed, so I thought I'd just grab that voltage regulator and bring it up here with me, and keep fingers crossed that it was a voltage regulator, because that's fairly simple to change. Okay, but when I got in here, found out that that I had to clip these wires anyway to change out the voltage regulator. And of course, went to testing the stator, and I found out that, now this is going to be hard to show you, but if you put your whatchamacallit, your volt ohm meter, I call him a homer. You put your homer on a now I don't know, this is like I put it on 200. That's 200 ohms, okay, not 2,000 or 20,000. I put it on 200 ohms. Now, to me, that's the low ohm. I don't know if that's right or not. Okay, I'm no electrician kind of guy. All right, but anyway, and I tested across these leads. What you do is you just test by the book. And this is the way you check your stator coils, is you go from here to this one, like that. Okay, red or black, doesn't matter. You can have them backwards, you can have it the other way, black, red, whatever. Okay, but you go lead, one lead from your ohm meter on there, one lead from your ohm meter on there, and you look on your meter and you see what you get. Now I'm going to try this once. It's going to take some doings, because I'm trying to do this one-handed, which isn't, and I don't have the little alligator clips for this thing, like I should have thought. I went downstairs and grabbed a set, but I didn't. So anyway, so here, come here. So there's what I'm showing. See that right there? All right, 1.9. I'm showing that all the way across. Dot. And what you do is you do them. They're there. So you in a combination. Let's say this is 1, 2, and 3. So you go 3 to 1, 3 to 2, 2 to 1, and you check them all like that. And you want them all to read the same. That's what's really most important. I think the spec on these are like 3.8 ohms to 6.1 ohms or something like that. I didn't get really excited when I saw that they were down to they were at 1.8 ohms. And I didn't get too excited about it all, because I checked them across and they were all the same. That's important, okay? But here's where I did get excited, okay? When I went, here was an oh crap moment, all right? And that is going from the stator coil leg to ground, okay? That should be open. That should be, they call that open. They call that infinity. Definitely infinity, forever and ever. Kind of like how I love Tip. Infinity, forever, wide, forever and ever and ever. Okay, no ohms means it's got no continuity. It's got no, okay. So maybe I can just find a place to like stick this thing. I'll just ground. What we're doing is we're looking for a way to ground this out, because I'm working. All right, I'm just gonna ground out a lead if I can get this thing to pinch in there. So wasn't that crazy? This is about as backyard as it comes, because most sensible people have got what do they call it? Alligator clips. And I got them downstairs. I was too lazy to go down and get them to show this. I probably should have done that. What in the world? How can I get that? Why won't this thing, why won't it stick? Why won't it stick to something? Just a minute. We'll find some. We'll find one. Maybe not. Nothing so far. Anyway, you little bugger. We'll try it right there. All right, now watch this a minute here. Let me see something. All right, there we go. Okay, so I got the negative, and it doesn't have to be the negative. It could be the positive again, because all you're doing is checking continuity. I got the black one stuck down here on the frame on that foot peg, and I'm going to touch one of these wires. And now my ohm meter should read that right there, like not showing nothing. But I touch it on here, on this leg, on one of the legs, and look what I got. Shoot, stator is grounded out. That's called being grounded out. That's grounded, that stator. And the stator in these is right here in this cover. That's kind of nice, because they're not under a flywheel or something like on a lot of bikes, a lot of dirt bikes especially, smaller bikes. So it's just pulling these screws out, popping the covers off and everything, and pulling that stator out, and dismantling. Got to dismantle the thing. Okay, so now here's something I want to show you. Okay, this is tweaks. This is the original tweaks. All right, and my friend Squidly rescued us. Biker John and Squidly. There's a song on YouTube that my daughter and I sang to them guys because they helped us out. And Squidly, we had a stator go out down in Texas one time on tweaks. That dear Squidly never even met the guy, but he loved me like a brother, and I love him like a brother. Him and I put this, mostly him, put this stator in tweaks. Hey Squid, if you're seeing this, you remember this? Okay, so that's what we're going after this morning. We're gonna pull Squid stator off tweaks and put it in tweakses. And so I just want to show you here. Now I'll do the same thing. Okay, just a minute now. I'll do the same thing here, just a minute, and I'll show you what a good stator. All right, ta-da! There we go. Got the same. Just a minute. Let me unwrap this wire. All right. I got the same grounder. Let's just check that real quick. See if it's working. You can see here. Just a minute. You just go like that right there. Just let me check this and make sure. Just like that right there. Just like that right there. Just like that right there. And hold on here just a minute. Oh, tweaks. Tweaks don't want to give up her stator. Well, blame her. I wouldn't want to give up my stator neither. Anyway, we're going to try that. How in the world? Why didn't I grab a set of alligator clips? Because I'm a bonehead, that's why. Wait a minute here. There we go. Okay, here's how you can check it. Here's how you can check to make sure that your meter's hooked up right. Ground. Okay. See, I got that on the frame. That red one on the frame right there. All right, now watch this. Watch. Now I'll touch the black one in another spot. Watch this. And touch it, and should get like that right there. See that? I got a cobweb hanging on my camera. Boy, I'm in rough shape, you know? See that right there? See, can you see that in the meter? Okay. So that's hooked up properly. Now what I'm going to do, and I've already opened this up, and Squid and I, actually Squid again, soldered these wires up solid, matter of fact, he even asked me, okay, do you want me to solder them up solid? And I'm like, of course. So he did. All right, so this has been all disconnected, and I've got them clipped and bared and ready to pull. All right, so now I'm going to touch this one on here, see? Now I'm checking this leg to ground, and this is what I've got. Open. That's what I should have. Okay, next leg. See what I do right here? Open. Next leg. Open. None of the coils are gone to ground in that one. Meaning that stator is still good in tweaks. I knew it was anyway. But I'm just showing you how to check them. All right. And then you can also do the leg to leg, and it's going to get really lengthy if I do that. But so okay, so that's how you check your stator. One way, all right. Another way is you start it, and I did that earlier on Tweaksus on the bike out here, and that's starting your bike up. Okay, you start it up, let it idle, check across those legs in the same way with your ohm meter set on alternating current. Alright, that would be your, see where it says ACV? That's alternating current voltage. Okay, so you put that puppy on 200, okay, or 750. I think I just snapped off. I think I just wrecked this puppy. Anyway, and then you do the same thing. You start it up, let it idle, go across your legs like that, and you should have, I don't know, 20 volts or something like that at an idle, and then nail the throttle, and she ought to jump up. I'm thinking like 100 volts. You ought to see 100 volts AC across those legs on your meter, just like you're doing your ohm check. Leg to leg, idle, leg to leg, 40 volts maybe. Rev her up. See 100 volts, see it increase, and you know your stator's good. I did that with tweaks before, and I'm not going to try it again because you can't do it. I can't do it one-handed, hold the camera. But I checked it, and here's what happened. It was interesting. I had, when I first started her, I had 41 volts. And I went, ooh, at an idle. But as soon as I nailed it, it dropped to 8 volts. Then I had to put it back down to idle, and then it went to 0. It was nuts. So she jumped. So now it's the breakdown process. All right, gonna open her up. I'll maybe take a little video once I get her opened up. Go to work. Talk to you. Get out and ride. Don't have stator problems.